Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm gonna wait here a few minutes, but this is Martin Rodriguez, and I'm gonna show you a couple of variations of how to formulate gray background tone. As we know, all gray tones are blue-based. Well, I don't know if everybody knows that, but anyway, so here's my thinking, okay? We're gonna be using a blue-based tone, and we're also gonna be using black, okay, to formulate gray background tones. Now in formulations, depending on the level that you want, so if I want to go ahead and formulate a level 10 with black and using a blue-based tone, I'm going to be sticking to that level 10. But my first one, I'm going to go ahead and let me set up this camera here so I can make sure that you guys can see this, so I don't have to hold this phone. So as we all know, hey Max, Veronica, how's it going? Alfredo, Johnny Lim, give me one quick second. So I think, let's see, where's that bowl? There we go. Can you guys see that all right? So on my first one, I'm gonna go ahead and do a level 6. Now I'm gonna be using grams, you guys. So this is black. I'm gonna take the level black, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and do 1 gram of that. So give me 1 second. So I got 1 gram of black in there, okay? So again, this is done with level 1 black. And this is a all deposit color. There's no ammonia in this. This is AMP color. And next, I'm gonna be using a level 8 blue base ash. So since I got 1 gram of black in there, I'm gonna go ahead and go up to 6 grams. I take that back. I'm gonna go up to 8. So I don't want it to be too dark on that. So give me 1 second as I do this, because I know it's kind of hard to talk to you guys at the same time. At least it is for me. And I'm gonna go ahead and blend that in with a 20 volume developer, okay? So I got 7 grams in there total. And let me blend this out, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like on a paper towel, so you guys have an idea. So just bear with me, Alfredo, Nina, Johnny, Antonella, Cynthia. Cynthia, you shouldn't be watching this. This is for hairdressers only. No, kidding, Cynthia. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and blend that out. As you can see, you see the black in there, you see the developer, and you see my level 8 in there. Now this is formulating, okay? There's so many different grays. I know there's a lot of companies out there, they do carry gray hair color, but I like creating my own tones for grays. And there's nothing better than just to create the tone and the color that you want, instead of just trusting that hopefully you bought the right gray tone. So let me show you what this looks like now. So give me 1 second here. You guys see that? I'm trying to paint that so you guys can see that. Let me paint that a little bit better. So this is a level 8. And I know with the lighting here, okay? You guys can see that. And if I turn that a little bit. So this is a really nice gray. It's not too dark, a level 8. What do you guys think of that? Okay. So I can actually dilute that now that I created that level 8, And if I want to make it a lighter gray, all I have to do is add clear to that. So if I was to do a level 6 gray background, I can just keep adding clear and keep diluting it if I need something lighter. What matters is your base formula, okay? So you have to start with a blue base color, and then by adding the black in there, you can turn it gray. So the black has all the colors that I need in there to do that. Now, I'm pretty happy with that. If I wanted to make it darker, then I would add more black to it. Well, because I don't have any hair wefts right now. This is why. And you can see it pretty clearly on a paper towel. If I had a white cotton t-shirt, I could use that as well. Cotton t-shirt would show me that. If I had a certain type of cotton, I could use that. But this will give you the idea of a paper towel anyway. So this is what I have in front of me, so that's why I'm using a paper towel. I don't have any hair wefts with me right now. I'm at work and I don't carry my stuff all with me. So that's one of the reasons that I'm using a paper towel, Suzanne. But the idea is to show you what it looks like in the background. Anyway, I've done them on hair wefts. Actually, it does process accurately, believe it or not, okay? Once it dries, I'll show you that. You can see more reflection off of it. I think you can see the background tones. Now, these colors that I did use do not have any brown in them at all. So, you know, take the idea. You can actually try it if you want on a hair weft. All I'm sharing is the idea. I'm not telling you what to use and how to process it. And if you want to use your hair swatch, great. Do that. That's all I can tell you. Just take the idea. If you like it, take it. If you don't like it, don't use it. It's that simple. All I'm doing is sharing ideas with people. If they want to watch and use my ideas, it's great. Hey, Deanne, how's it going? Thank you, Suzanne. So anyway, just keep in mind you want to make that darker. This is I created a level 8, but you want to make it darker, you can add a little bit more black. We did start with a blue base color. I know there's a lot of people that have asked me, well, you know, some companies don't carry grays. Well, we need to learn how to make grays. If you don't know how to do grays, then this is formulating. Again, this is a pure tone deposit. There's no brown background, okay, at all. So I don't have to worry about my browns in it, and that's why I chose black hair color and a blue base level. Let me show you what this blue base looks like on a chart. So here's my blue base. Can you guys see it? It's the D8BV light ash, and I also have a darker one, but they're pretty blue. So I think I can, and I also have a lighter one. So if I wanted to create a lighter one, I could use the 10. But nevertheless, I can start off with a 4 and bring it up to a 6 if I need to, or bring it up to, I don't have to do an 8 because I already have an 8. But if I need a 9, all I got to do is just keep adding clear to those. So that's my thinking of how to create gray tones. Yeah, Deanne, thank you so much. You're always so supportive. And as you know, these tips do help a lot of people. They help me, and we're never really 100% sure if you know the lines that we carry are good, but I love dyeing them out. And I think if we do test them out and use them, then you can try it next. You know, yesterday I did one, and I posted the videos yesterday, I believe, and on that one was to correct a red hair. So I did a gray tone, and I did it right over the red and got rid of the red color. So all I'm doing is taking that hair back to the center of the color wheel, because most people were told that the center of the color wheel was brown. Well, it's not brown, it's actually gray. So I'm actually taking everything back to the center, and from there I can go anywhere that I want. Now look at this as it processes. Okay, that's a beautiful gray right there. So I think it looks good, and if it's gonna, I don't think it's gonna get any darker than that. It might get darker, and I'll go ahead and take photos and show you guys later on. Okay, so give it a try if you guys like that. It's all I'm doing is sharing the tips, sharing ideas, and you're not gonna know if they work unless you try it yourself. So I'm one of those that, you know what, I have to do things for myself. Let me flip this camera over. So yeah, I have to do it for myself, and you know, I know a lot of times people listen and they watch other videos, but for me, it's always better just to do it myself. I've been that since I question everything, and I think there's nothing better than when you try it yourself. Try it yourself, then you know if it works. If it doesn't work, then you go to the next and figure it out. There's nothing better than trying to figure that out yourself instead of just reading about it or listening to stories. Stories are great, and that's why they were made, stories. Now, I could use a little bit of that on a weft, on a highlight, but there's a couple of adult heads here that are not mine, so I'm not going to do that because they're not mine. Next, I will put it on a, in fact, you know what? I'll show you, Grace, on wefts that I did in the past. I'll put those photos on there. They were done the same way. The only difference is that, like I said, I didn't have any hair wefts here to use. Have you guys bought any hair wefts? I think the real ones that I like to use, they're about $1,000 for a, it's not even a pound. So it's expensive. So save those wefts only when you're dyeing out your colors for your salon. Okay? That way you can be accurate on that. But there's so many other ways that you can dye them out. Use, like I said, a cotton t-shirt works great. You know, to get an idea at work, to know the tone that you're going to be using on your client. Paper towel's fine. You can throw it away. You're not going to get 100% of the look of it. But let's flip this around. It's getting a little darker now. And you can see that it doesn't change gold. It doesn't change red. You can actually see that black. Let me flip this over. You can actually see that black is staying gray. Now, I don't know what you guys think, but I think that looks pretty great. Let me change the lighting. I'll walk out here. Okay. There we go. So that's under different lighting. Do you guys think that looks gray, or do you think it looks brown? Now, depending on the phones, I mean, I'm trying to change the reflection of color there. I think it looks pretty gray. So, what do you guys think? Hey, Roberta, Cynthia. So, Deanna, what do you think? Does it look great to you? Looks pretty great to me. So, are you going to be at the Los Angeles ABCH, or I always get those letters crossed. Not really sure. I always just go when they tell me to go. So if you're going to be there, we'd love to see you again. I know we haven't seen each other in a few years. Actually, Roberta, actually, there's no brown at all there. So if I see that, it depending on the lighting, I think. So depending on the lighting, if I go away, that looks more great now. And I show you the browns. The browns are totally different. See, this is a level brown. See the difference? That's a brown right there. Okay. Now look at the difference from that to that. You can see the difference of that. So that's a level 8 right there, so you can see that. But we started with that blue right there. We started with that blue, and we added 1N black to create this. Okay. So if I wanted to make that darker, I would just add a little bit more black. If I wanted to make it lighter, I would add more clear. But the beautiful thing about this is that you guys, if you do this, you know exactly what type of grays you're creating. And to me, that's helpful. Now I can create any tone of gray that I want. If I can actually take this and add a lot more clear to it and go ahead and put it on one of my blondes to create that silver platinum that I want. That is correct. That's what I do. So think about it that way, okay? Using a level 8 BV light ash. This is all deposit, and a level 1N gray tones. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you guys like these tips. And this was done again with Chromastics hair color. All right. Thank you so much. Let me know if you guys like these tips, and if you have any questions, I would love to see some questions, and I can try to answer them for you. Okay, Roberta, let's see what you say. So anyway, thank you so much. You guys have a great day.